everybody. We're here at our lessons for the evening. And we wanted to give you a timeline evaluation of what people like Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera and movies like Fatal Attraction, as well as what's that movie with the girl with Michael Douglas and she crosses her legs and you can see the beaver. That movie. That kind of movie puts thoughts and these movies and these songs and this dancing and this schoolgirl outfit went viral globally. And so they introduced bad behavior to people who had no guidance. And they said, well, it's not my responsibility to be a role model. It's not my responsibility to be a role model. And then her entire team stood around her and said, you're right, because we want to make money. Then we move into video games, where Fortnite and other malicious games with internet, where it distinguished new encounters with perverts who then went out into the world after they learned things and did more bad thoughts. And so those bad thoughts are roaming around everywhere, creating an energy of bad thoughts that continues to grow. And then Obama was president, and then he went around in the media, and the media now became Sling Blade and Jimmy Kimmel and all the nasty shit that they all did to all of us, while they started bringing provocative prosties when they married foreigners like Priyanka Chopra or any other American man who brought in a foreign woman onto our soil and dated or married them. So everybody's turned their back on Americans, and then your non-American people are telling us how to be American, but you're not American, and you're claiming DEI, but you're not American. And you know, those of you who know America know there's a behavior that's expected. There's actually a behavior of business that is expected. So all these things are putting nasty energy, which then creates the Sandy Hook shit, all off of Obama's back. He actually pushed that shit. So Alex, you're correct. But these people are not enlightened, and they're not good people, because they're all just trying to cover their own asses. Move forward. While all this abusive stuff, we know that child trafficking is at its all-time high here. We know that all crime has gone up. I mean, it's an atrocity where we are now with FET in all, as well as influencers like Mona Vand and their illogical, provocative, this is provocative E-Clean. She's literally doing seduction attached to holding a dog while talking E-Clean to a dude who's a chef, telling him her ideas of wilted lettuce. It's pathetic. So that brings anger into the chef. And all of this shit brings anger in people. And then we're told to be quiet about it because now we've got Shu Chu in communism telling us that it's appropriate to show diamonds baby pictures, children, because that's the norm of society, while no one's standing up for children because of Democrats. This is all on Democrats' back. And this is what it's been like to have any Democrat in office. But guess what? You now had influencer platforms of liberal Democrats and media Democrats and political Democrats like AOC and Hakeem Jeffries, who were willing to expose each and every corner of what Schumer and Pelosi and Obama and Michelle and Clinton and Hillary and anyone else like them who have tried to destroy this country for selfish gains while selling us out to countries like whatever country Monovan's from. So that they can feel something inside themselves because they have such low self-esteem, instead of creating a thriving environment for our children while they lie to your faces about it. All of this is minor compared to the conversation that big-boobed Heather Lamusa, as she licks her lips while she has a child standing next to her. And then she posts that shit. Millions of people see it. She creates anxiety in millions of men and women. And then shows the Sun to block her from getting judged. What's your reaction to this? Look at all my clothes. Look at me dancing erotically in my closet. Look at me showing you all my fancy things. Why would you post that? You didn't educate on anything except for they had a lot of shit. This is Mona Vantu. She had an organizer come organize her closet, and then she showed all of her shit off. Why would you post that? To get awed by the audience? Ooh, to show how perfect you are? To create a piece of content to show off again? To show how deeply disturbed you are? Then what Heather Lamusa does is she then shows a child to block everybody from remembering the fact that she just showed her closet licking her lips to a fancy song, where she then creates a weird-ass energy amongst millions of men and millions of women that are never going to get close to Heather Lamusa. But you're a girl running in the park named Riley Lakin, to where a Venezuelan just watched Heather Lamusa and Monovan talk about their closet, while Hakeem Jeffries and the media are showing their asses by causing violence in the world, by accentuating an already violent criminal, to where he actually acts on those thoughts, where he goes to the park, and after she fights for 18 minutes and has the ability to call 911, is found DEAD upon arrival, to where now a mother and a father and millions of people who are being affected by this. However, you still uphold a criminal and a police officer in prison, and you're giving a experience of empathy to a Venezuelan migrant, Chicago, by telling us you're not going to tell our migrants that they're criminals when they're here illegally, which means illegal means criminal. Illegal means criminal. So that tells you that the blue doesn't give two shits about you in Chicago, about you in California. They only care about Hollywood and influence and how they're going to parade themselves around while they all get what? Paid. While we all have to worry on a daily basis while they try to take our GUNSs away, disrespect our current president, which is Donald Trump, and talk smack consistently and constantly to create unrest in our lives, instead of shutting the hell up because they failed miserably and everybody knows it. So you go ahead and support those migrants, Chicago, but you better fucking believe the federal government will come after your asses. And that goes for you, Shoo Choo, because you don't have any stamp on this country. You're not an American, and neither are you, Mona Van, and neither are you, Heather Lamusa, and neither are you, Charlie D'Amelio. You don't have a home.